When Wednesday Season 2 wrapped up with Part 2, it left fans buzzing with more questions than answers, especially after that Ophelia scene. Miles Millar, one of the co-creators, hinted in an interview with Tudum that this wasn't just a throwaway moment. Instead, it's going to matter in a big way moving forward. He even teased that the reveal was meant to act as a breadcrumb, nudging viewers toward speculating about where Season 3 will take Wednesday and what kind of new adventure she's about to face. Alfred Gough, the other half of the showrunner duo, backed that up in the same interview. He explained that slipping Ophelia into the season finale had always been part of their plan. The goal was to surprise viewers, give them a glimpse they weren't expecting, and then use that as a narrative driver going into Season 3. In other words, Ophelia isn't just another side plot. She's going to be important, and her presence might even reshape Wednesday's journey in the next chapter. Fans didn't have to wait long for confirmation about the show's future. Netflix announced on July 23 that Wednesday had officially been renewed for a third season. The timing was interesting because the renewal came a whole 2 weeks before Part 1 of Season 2 even dropped. That kind of early renewal shows just how confident Netflix was that the second season would land with audiences, even though there was a 3-year wait between Season 1 and Season 2. This confidence makes sense when you look at how Season 1 performed. It still holds the record as Netflix's most-watched English language series of all time, managing to outdo both Bridgerton and Stranger Things. That's a huge deal because both of those shows were already massive hits in their own right. Wednesday didn't just compete with them, it crushed the competition. So renewing Season 3 early wasn't really a gamble, it was Netflix doubling down on a global phenomenon. When the renewal news dropped, co-showrunners Gough and Millar released a statement to Variety, and they didn't hold back on the drama. They described Wednesday's journey as a dark delight and loved how she captured the audience's attention with her deadpan humor. They also teased that Season 3 would take Wednesday even deeper into Nevermore's mysteries and the Addams family crypt. To keep it cheeky, they signed off with a line that Wednesday herself might have delivered. Nothing brings a family together like a good exhumation. Alongside the announcement came a clever promo photo. It showed Wednesday standing behind Thing, who was holding up a crystal ball with the number 3 inside it. Written above Wednesday were the words, "Bad things come in threes." It was classic Wednesday Addams, playful, creepy, and full of ominous promise. Even though the renewal is exciting, fans are still waiting on production news. As of Season 2's release, work on Season 3 hasn't actually started filming, but the show's creators did reveal in late July that writing is well underway. They admitted they hit pause for the release of Season 2, but now that those episodes are out, they can turn all their attention back to finishing the scripts for the new season. There's no clear timeline for filming yet, but things could move quickly now that Jenna Ortega has wrapped her work on her movie Ghost Rider. Based on past production patterns, though, this isn't going to be a fast turnaround. Millar and Gough have said before that it takes at least 18 months to get Wednesday ready for release. That's 9 months of filming, followed by another 9 months of visual effects-heavy post-production. If you put those numbers together, Season 3 is unlikely to arrive before late 2027. That sounds like a long wait, but given how much work goes into the show's gothic style and supernatural effects, it tracks. As far as confirmations go, the announcement promo only guaranteed 2 characters, Jenna Ortega's Wednesday and Victor Dorobanto's Thing. Still, it's safe to assume that most of the Addams family will return. That includes Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, Luis Guzmán as Gomez, Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester, Isaac Ordonez as Pugsley, and George Garcia as Lurch. But there's more. Millar promised fans that Season 3 will introduce even more members of the Addams family and reveal more of their hidden secrets. Based on the way Season 2 ended, Ophelia is basically guaranteed to appear. We don't know who's going to play her yet, but her presence is sure to be a major storyline. Then you've got the characters who were left hanging at the end of Season 2. Billie Piper's Isadora Capri is set up for a bigger role. Hunter Duan's Tyler Galpin is also poised to return, and Emma Myers' Enid Sinclair almost has to come back because of the cliffhanger surrounding her fate. If Nevermore stays a central location, then other likely returnees include Joy Sunday's Bianca, Musa Mustafa's Eugene, Georgie Farmer's Ajax, and Evie Templeton's Agnes. Details about the actual story are tightly guarded, but Season 2's finale left enough hints to piece together a rough idea. A major storyline will probably center on Wednesday's attempt to save Enid, who may be stuck in her wolf form after becoming an alpha. The catch is that the other werewolves are now hunting her, so time is not on their side. At the same time, Isadora Capri seems to be pulling Tyler into her orbit. She visits him at his family's gravesite and recruits him to lead a hide pack. This opens the door to more backstory about Isadora's hide father and what kind of plans she has for gathering more hides. And then there's Morticia handing over Ophelia's journal. That book is full of dark secrets, and the finale revealed that Ophelia herself is still alive, locked in Grandmama's basement and scrawling "Wednesday must die" on the walls with blood. Since the showrunners have promised more Addams Family secrets in Season 3, this is almost guaranteed to become a centerpiece of the next storyline. Season 2 of Wednesday ended on a chaotic note, setting up plenty for Season 3. It started with Wednesday in a coma after being thrown out of a window at Willow Hill Psychiatric Hospital. When she woke up, her main focus was preventing her vision of Enid's death. Meanwhile, Tyler was still on the loose, but the bigger shock came when Wednesday realized the woman she had freed was Francoise Galpin, Tyler's mother. Things got even messier when Francoise reunited with her son and her brother Isaac Knight. The twist? Isaac was actually Slurp, the zombie Pugsley had kept as a pet. The siblings revived an old-school day scheme, the same one that had originally caused Isaac's death. At the same time, Enid discovered she was an alpha werewolf, which brought its own challenges, while Bianca struggled under the weight of secrets tied to Morning Song and Principal Dort. Pugsley's abduction added even more pressure on the Addams family. The season climaxed in a chaotic battle. The family saved Pugsley, Tyler retained his hide powers, and both Isaac and Francoise died. But the finale left things unresolved, teasing new dangers and questions for Season 3, ensuring that the next chapter will be even darker and more twisted than what came before. One of the creepiest twists came at the end. Morticia gave Wednesday her sister's journal, which triggered a vision of a white-haired woman locked in a cell. That woman turned out to be Ophelia Frump, who everyone thought was long gone. In reality, Grandmama had been keeping her prisoner in her basement for years. And Ophelia, she wasn't just sitting around quietly. Her walls were covered in words, "Wednesday must die," written in blood. That chilling reveal made it pretty clear Ophelia isn't going to be a friendly family reunion when she's set free. The season also peeled back the curtain on other family secrets. Thing, everyone's favorite hand, wasn't just some random creature. He was Isaac Knight's severed hand from years ago when Morticia cut it off to protect Gomez. Over time, the hand took on a life of its own, becoming the loyal companion we know today. And as if it wasn't enough betrayal, Principal Dort was unmasked as the real puppet master behind Morning Song, using Bianca and her mother for his own gain. Luckily, Bianca called him out at a gala, and Ajax literally turned him to stone. But with another principal out of the picture, Nevermore's leadership is shakier than ever. Tyler, meanwhile, was left reeling. Losing his mom again and killing his own master left him broken, though there's a hint he might have a shot at redemption thanks to Wednesday freeing him. But the biggest setup for Season 3? Enid. She transformed into a wolf to save Wednesday, but as an alpha, she might not be able to change back. By the finale, she was heading north, and Wednesday was determined to find her before her pack did. With Season 3 confirmed, it looks like things will dive deeper into the Addams family's darkest secrets. Ophelia's bloody warnings, the Addams script, Nevermore's shaky future, and Enid's alpha role all point toward a season that's going to be even darker, stranger, and more twisted than anything we've seen so far. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.